Hello, everybody. How you doing? I hope that introduction movie was not as bad for you as it was for me. It was absolutely horrible for me. I, I played it and it started skipping and jumping and everything like that. I just wanted to say hello. So, hi everybody. How you doing out there? Susie, welcome to the show. Darla, Carolyn, Dawn, thanks a lot for showing up. I greatly appreciate you being here. It is Monday. I don't even know what day it is. Today is Monday the 28th. And I hope you guys had a great weekend. So, hi, Susie. Congratulations on winning the gold medal. Hello, Darla, for coming in silver. That is absolutely awesome. And Carolyn, we have an all women top three tonight. So, gold, silver, and bronze going to Susie, Darla, and Carolyn. Dawn, just off the platform. Just want to let you know, dude, you're going to have to bring a stronger game next time. So, I hope that everybody had a great weekend. So, welcome to Mickey in the Middle. It's the quintessential show for Middle Americans where all Middle Americans are welcome. It doesn't matter where you've been, it doesn't matter where you're going. It just matters that you're here right now with us, talking makes Middle America great and talking about how we can improve America for everybody. So, that is awesome. Yeah, Carolyn says, yay for the girls again. That is totally awesome. Hey, matter of fact, I can this. Uh, I don't know. I think what's going to happen is that if anybody says anything in the chat, it's going to pop up on the right hand side. That's what I think is going to happen. So if you guys want to talk to each other while we do the show, that'll be absolutely fantastic. So, uh, let me tell you about my weekend. Let me tell you. So Friday, as you know, I went down to Bossier City, Louisiana, and to hug my sister's neck, to have dinner with everybody, and to sign away my dad's house. And so that part is done. And then I stayed down on the Red River at a marina, then resort. But it was a good time nonetheless. And then, let's see. Then when I woke up, I decided that I was going to head south because south was warmer north. And before I left, I looked up this place online, an Airbnb. And I don't know whether anybody's familiar with Airbnb out there, but Airbnb is a an application that you can have on your phone or your iPhone. I think they probably even have it online. But the whole nine yards is that you go and where you're staying, and people open up their homes or their apartments, or they rent out day by day houses, or rent out day by day or week by week condominiums. And so I found the most interesting place in Lafayette, Louisiana, and it was called the Zen Den. Now, the description of the Zen Den was that it was a mystical place, that it wasn't it wasn't a brand new, it's not a brand new place. It's an older place, but the dude that was really really cool, and that they had a couple of really cool dogs, and the person was a yoga instructor, and he calls his home the Zen Den, Zenden. So I cruised down there. I had absolutely no idea what to expect, and I ran into one of the coolest people I have ever met in my entire life, named Neil. And you can find him on Airbnb under Lafayette, Louisiana, Zen Den. And I went down there, and he met me when I showed up, and met me at the gate. And he immediately introduced me to his two dogs, Mina and Pico. And they were very good dogs, didn't bark at all. And but they were very attentive and they were very friendly. And we cruise inside, and there's beads there, and there's pictures of Buddha, and there's some incense burning, and there's moonlighting, and the moonlighting. Now I'm old. I'm old. So mood lighting means dim light, and that means that I can't see very well. But I managed. And he was like, "All right, dude. Hey, this is the room I got set aside for you." And it had a king size bed in it, and it had a guitar, which I really appreciate because I miss my guitars because I haven't been able to bring them on the road. Got down there and played a little bit of guitar, and then we went out to dinner and we ate crawfish. So let me show you. Mark Calcaterra, how you doing? Logan Calcaterra. So I'm telling everybody about my weekend. So I went to the Zen Den. Let me show you a couple of things. So this is where we went to dinner. This is where we went to dinner. Amazing thing was the amazing thing was when he was showing me around the place. He showed me around the back, and when he showed me around the back, I was like, "You have an ambulance?" And he goes, "Yes, I have an ambulance, but it's a special ambulance." He opens it up, and there's a bed in there and lights in there, and I thought that it was absolutely mind blowing. So let me show you that. So there you have it. I thought that was absolutely excellent. So the second night, I was like, "Hey, dude, I think I want to stay in Lafayette one more night. Can I stay in the ambulance, the ambulance?" And so that's where I stayed last night. And I thought that it was going to be too small, and I thought that it was going to be cramped, and it turned out that it was just about right. So and that was awesome. And then I went out and listened to some Cajun music, and I got some seafood and did the Cajun stuff and drank some beers and just had a great time. And then this morning I did this. Where is it? Let me do this. Let me do this. Chat overlay. All right. If you have not gone to the Tabasco Museum, it is fabulous. It is a walking tour. I highly suggest that you do that. Go down to New Iberia, Louisiana, and it's built on a salt dome. And a salt dome is over thousands of years with water coming and going, it leaves layers of salt. And this salt became thousands of feet thick. And then something happened under the earth and it pushed the salt to the surface. And that's where they built the Tabasco factory. So they mine their own salt. They harvest their own peppers. It's absolutely American. Kim Barry, how you doing? We went to high school together, by the way. Yeah, it is amazing. But what's more amazing than the factory is not only will they show you all the steps of doing how you're making Tabasco sauce, but one of the sons of the founder uh, rode with the Rough Riders and Roosevelt, and then the other son became a conservationist. And the son that became a conservationist has turned the entire island into one great big huge conservatory. So it is amazing. And if you want to get in touch with yourself, they've got gators out there. They've got egrets and herons and all kinds of animals. And I paid the old veteran price to get in. When I say old veteran, they were like, "Sir, are you over 55?" And I was like, "Yes." And they were like, "Oh, congratulations, you get a senior discount." And I was like, "Oh, that's great." They were like, "Were you in the military?" And I said, "Yes, I was in the military." They were like, "Military, you get the old veteran discount." So I took it. It cost me 10. And then but that was for the tour, the walking tour, and going into the jungle garden, which was an incredible place. So if you get an opportunity to go down to New Iberia, Louisiana, and go to the Tabasco factory. I cannot encourage you to do that enough. It is absolutely spectacular. And Kim can vouch for me, Kim can vouch, which is absolutely astounding and awesome. So, and then so I left the Zen Den after getting my fill of crawdads and Cajun food and Cajun music, and I came over here to Biloxi, Mississippi. And during the ride, it was a great ride over, but it was a long day in the saddle. I'm still wearing my garb. I parked it. I went over to Chili's. I got myself a couple of beers and a hamburger, and now I'm with. So, but on the way over here, I started thinking about stupid people. And I don't use the word stupid people lightly, but there are a lot of stupid people in the world. And none of them went to Park High School. But I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you something. Here's the amazing thing. I put that I'm on a road trip, and Malcolm McVicker, who I went with, went, "Hey, did you go by Parkway High School? Did you go by the old Parkway High School?" And the answer was that I did go through there. That's where the Parkway Panthers get beat every Friday night on most nights. So that's a joke for everybody that's watching. But anyway, on my motorcycle ride, I started thinking about stupid people. And I started thinking about what stupid people think about the world. And I can this rumor over and over and over again. And one of the things is I want to start a new segment of the call show, Dear Stupid People. And this is kind of like the first episode of Dear Stupid People. Dear Stupid People, the world is not overpopulated. Yes, we have a lot of people, but we don't have a lot of people compared to the size of the world. And I noticed that going from Lafayette, Louisiana today to Biloxi, Mississippi, there is so much of Louisiana that has yet lived in. Yeah. Yes, we've got a lot of farmland down here in Louisiana. And yes, we have a lot of swampland. But at one time, I lived beyond or below the water table. And you know what we did? We dug up some earth and we made a hill, and that's where I built my house. So in Saudi Arabia, in the UAE, and in China, and in many countries, they've actually gone in and dredged and they've made islands. So we are not running out of land anytime soon. There are 330 million people in the United States of America. There are 7 billion people on the planet. Did you know that all of 7 billion people can fit in Texas? That's all billion people on the planet can fit in Texas quite comfortably, I might add. And there's something that everybody needs to realize is that the world has a tremendous amount of resources. So when you say that the globe is overpopulated, like Bill Gates is saying right now, people like Bill Gates can kiss my ass because we're not overpopulated. Do you know that we're feeding 7 billion people every single day on the planet? It's amazing and mind-boggling when you think about it. And we've done this is because we've matured as a society. And 1% of the people are now farming, which is what 100% of the people used to do. But what if we all went back to farming? What if we all went back to farming? What if we all learned how to raise chickens? What if we all learned how to raise pigs? What happens if we learned how to have cattle and slaughter cattle and then eat steak? Because a lot of my friends go out and they hunt, and a lot of my friends go out and hunt, and they bring home deer. Some bring home elk. Some bring home wild hogs. Some people bring home squirrels. A lot of people fish for dinner. So that's a real thing. So all of the stupid people that are out there, they're saying, hey, look here, there's too many people on the planet. We have to do something about that. That is absolutely a stupid thing to say. And I'm not afraid to say that it's a stupid thing to say. If you're from Louisiana or if you're from Arkansas, in most parts, you're familiar with the outdoors and you're not afraid of the outdoors. The people that are afraid of the outdoors and don't know where food comes from and don't know what work means in relationship to food and what it means in relationship to housing, and they think that all of the shit that we have in the United States just comes out of thin air and that somebody's going to provide it for you. I'm telling you right now, somebody's got to provide you with food every day. And those people are called farmers. And people that build houses, you know what? They have to provide value in order to get value, and that's how they feed their families. But people that are in construction understand what work is, and they understand what it takes in order to keep society civilized, and what it takes to actually bring resources together to construct something. All of the stupid people that have too many people on the planet don't know where things come from. All of the people that say we have too many people on the planet don't know how to build things. Stupid people on the planet that think that we don't have enough resources unless we live by their rules. And I don't see living under their rules considering that they don't know where shit comes from. And that's the amazing thing that I've got to share with you tonight is when I was coming across Louisiana, I realized that we have an unbelievable amount of resources in the United States of America. And all the people that are on the East Coast and the West Coast that are in the cities that are in the, New York City with 4 or 5 million people, as many people as we have in Arkansas and Louisiana live in New York City. Can you believe that? That's absolutely amazing. So we have about 3 million people in Arkansas. I think there's 4 million people in Louisiana, and I think that the total population of New York City is like 7 million people. And it's crazy to live on top of each other like that. And all I'm saying is maybe those people need to spread out a little bit. And I understand that, what is that, Times Square? I think that Times Square is really cool. I think that the Statue of Liberty is cool. I think that all of the plays and Broadway and Wall Street and all that's probably kind of pretty cool. But those people that are trying to run the world don't know where shit comes from. And all they know is from this little bitty, like AOC. I mean, come on, AOC. She's like, we need to live in apartments. I don't want to live next to somebody. I'm telling you right now, we need to have mass public transportation. Are you going to come and get me in my house? See, public transportation doesn't come to my house. Public transportation doesn't go to my mom's house. Public transportation doesn't get me hunting. Public transportation doesn't get me to go see where I want to go and see. And all of these people that are like, well, we need to consolidate our living and we need to consolidate the way that we communicate. We need to consolidate the way that we transport everything. Those people don't know how the world works and they don't know what makes a house or where food comes from. So uh, let's see. So Carolyn says, aren't discounts great? Yes. Talking about the discounts over there at the Tabasco plant. That is right. And it's Tabasco. 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 I don't even know how to spell Tabasco. Food comes from the grocery store. Don't let Nikki fool you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that comment, Mark. Yes, but that's what people think. Really, people think that stuff comes from the grocery store. People think that no, half of the people in the United States of America don't think that orange juice comes in a can. They know that it comes from an orange tree. But the other half of the people have absolutely no idea the process that it takes to actually grow an orange tree, to harvest an orange tree, to actually get the harvest to some place that will process it and that will squeeze the juice out of it. And that will put it in a can and then get it on a truck and do the negotiations to go into a store. Here's the thing. That's a real process. And inside of that process, value is added at every step. And that's why a can of orange juice costs at the price of a can of orange juice. And it doesn't matter whether oranges come from California, or whether they come from Florida, or whether they come from anywhere else. It's amazing that you can go to Canada and buy a glass of orange juice for a couple of bucks. It just absolutely blows my mind that you can be in New York City and get a can of or get a bottle of orange juice for $3. That includes transportation costs. It includes growing it. It includes getting it to the factory. It includes everything. And it absolutely blows my mind that people don't understand what the process is, and then they think that they can control the process just because they say that they want to control the process. So it absolutely amazes me. And that's one of the things that I wanted to do. I just wanted to talk about how amazing America was, because America is an amazing place. And we've got lots of room, and we have lots of natural resources, and we have lots of ability to provide. And that we should not listen to stupid people, because the stupid people don't know what they're talking about. They're they live in these platitudes. They live in these worlds of socialism and kumbaya, but they don't understand that somebody has to provide the kumbaya. Somebody has to provide the kumbaya so that everybody can yah. And that's what the thing is. We all go out there every day, and, especially like people like Kim and I, we grew up in South Bossier, where we went to school with farmers. And we went to school with hunters, and everybody had a shotgun in the back of their pickup truck and a gun rack. And we weren't afraid to bring guns to school. And if somebody had a dispute to settle, they would go and behind the gym after school, and they would beat the shit out of each other, and then they would shake hands later, and they'd go to school the next day, and then that would be that. And the idea that hunters and farmers and people that live off the land and people that know about that stuff are less individuals and are not as smart. Here's what the deal is: all those smart people that are living in the cities, I want them to raise their own food. That's what I want them to do. I want them to build their own houses. I want them to put in their electrical system. I want them to do the plumbing. I want them to be able to fix a car. I want them to be able to do, custom painting. I want them to be able to lay a roof on a house. I want them to be able to frame it, pour some concrete. All of the people that are making all these stupid rules. You think Bernie Sanders knows how to do any of that shit? Do you think that Bernie Sanders knows where anything comes from? Bernie Sanders doesn't know where anything comes from, but they want somebody to provide all of that stuff to everyone for free. And that means that most of the people won't be working except in other jobs, right? They'll be pushing paperwork and they'll be doing meaningless jobs. Meanwhile, the real workers will be actually out working, and instead of playing these stupid, silly games that we have in the socialist realms of a bunch of bureaucrats pushing paper around. So anyway, that's going to be the show tonight. I just wanted to get out here, tell you that America was amazing, that I had a great motorcycle ride today. If you get an opportunity to go visit the Zen Den and my friend Neil down in Lafayette, go and do that. If you get an opportunity to come across the southern part of Louisiana and get some gator tail. Today I stopped at a roadside stand, and they had gator. So I got a skewer full of gator tail. It was absolutely delicious. So if you get a chance to get some gator, if you get a chance to get some, I don't know, some boudin, get some gumbo, some, I don't know, whatever that, etouffee. If you get a chance to get down to Louisiana, come down to Louisiana and get some doggone good food. That's all I got to say about that. So you guys be good. You guys have a fantastic night. I just want to let you know that I really appreciate everything that you guys showing up. You guys have a fantastic thing. Don't let those people tell you how to do things when they don't know how to do things themselves. That's all I got to say about that. So you guys be good. Let me get back to my graphics page. You guys be good. I'm going to play a bad video again. I'm going to play that bad video that skips and jumps around and stuff like that. So without further ado, remember, Mickey in the middle, 9 p.m. Central, right here, wherever I am, right there, wherever you are. Remember to hit the like, share, the notification bell. Tell all your friends about it. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate you guys showing up every day, listening to little old me spout on about the world and about America. But I just want to let you know that I really do appreciate it. And without further ado, all I got to say is thank you, good night, and good night, small one. I love you. See y'all later. Show. The heck with that. You guys have a great. It's not working. It's supposed to work. It's fully loaded up, but I'm not getting a good internet connection. So you guys be good. Talk to you later. Bye. See ya.